All right, so we got another Beatles reaction coming on. So the first time we'll be checking out the Beatles Day Tripper. It's a 2023 mix, so I'm pretty sure this is going to be a remaster. The guys are looking young, they looking good, and we'll be back after this sponsor. All right, let's get it. Got the tambourine right there. Pretty dope. Good drop. Okay. We talking about a woman? Day tripping?
She's a big teaser.
Oh, a teaser? Okay.
She took me half the way there. She's a big teaser. She took me half the way there now. She was a day tripper, a one-way ticket, yeah. It took me so long to find out. And I found out.
The first impression that I have with this song right here, I'm gonna take it back a little bit. But my first impression of this song right here is definitely one of those bangers. Like, it's amazing to me, like how many songs that the Beatles came out with that are very short. Like me, I'm a dude that loves a good immersive song. You know what I mean? A good song where you got 1 to 5 minutes to jump in. Like I just re-reacted to Paradise in the Dashboard Light by Meatloaf. That's a 9-minute song. And there's a progressive storyline in it. And I love that. My biggest gripe with the Beatles has always been song length, but a lot of their songs went to radio, so they probably had to cut down a lot, especially in mixing and mastering, production and stuff like that. Them songs probably could have been a lot longer. But that was normally like one of my biggest gripes with the Beatles. But also the fact that they was able to pull out bangers back to back to back to back. And that's one thing that I've discovered in my journey with the Beatles is that the genius that they come from. And I'll explain a little bit further along in the video after we finish the song about my journey with the Beatles. And you can stick around and watch that if you guys want to. But I'm just amazed by just the sheer home runs that they was hitting with the music.
And I found out.
Good harmonies right here. Good progression.
Tried to please her. She only played one night stand.
Wow.
Tried to please her.
So was Day Tripper another name for a scallywag?
Tried to please her. She only played one night stand now. She was a day tripper, Sunday driver, yeah. It took me so long to find out, but I found out.
Wow. Dude, that song, I could see this song being a banger. I can really see this song being a banger. I can see this song like being a real good hit, like at the bar or like the driving. You know what I mean? The beach too. Barbecue music, very relatable song. You know what I'm saying? Because you got people like that all over the place. You know. I did like the and it just kind of reminds me of that. What was that song? They would fly for a white guy. And it feels like I don't know if there's a term for like surf music. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to call it surfing music back in the day, where it just feels like you on the beach, or like is it more or less close to swing music or something like that? I'm not too entirely sure, but it looked like John took the lead. I'm finally able to distinguish between him and Paul's vocals. John took the lead. You had the tambourine in there, um, and I thought that it is a short song. I would rather it be like a minute longer, but it feels like when the song is ending, it leaves you wanting more of the song. So the replay value tends to like, all right, I'm gonna play this again because this was a jam, you know? Subject of the song, Day Tripper, makes it sound like they messing with a chick that don't need to be messed with. At the same time, like, as I said earlier in the song, and I'm finna get to that right now, like my whole journey with the Beatles has been kind of unique because of one subscriber named Daniel Bildo. Um, and we've been like reacting to a lot of documentaries and stuff like that with the Beatles. We've reacted to so much of the lore. And one thing that helps strengthen these reactions is when I can find the lore throughout in between the music. So now you get the context of like what's going on. And so when you see these like videos that I have, and my first Beatle reactions being from Now and Then, from the one that Paul released a couple years ago on YouTube, it kind of brought me to like, you know, enjoy the process. You know, listening to Old Darling, listening to Revolution, listening to Helter Skelter. I'm gonna try to repost Helter Skelter and see if that passes on YouTube now, because I know things change. But you know, I got Hey Jude, A Day in the Life. You know, I got the Beatles cover from the analogs of The Day in the Life and Old Darling. When Billy Preston joined the Beatles, got John Lennon and Yoko Ono. I reacted to that maybe a month and a half ago. Seeing that, you know, they met Chuck Berry, and then seeing the Beatles do music and seeing the background behind that music has really helped me appreciate the lore of the Beatles, and really broadening my perspective on music. Because when I first jumped into music reactions, I had quite an agenda. Like I was trying to find out, and I gotta apologize to the fan base of every musician, but I was trying to find out like how much music was taken from Black folks when I first started doing this. And now I'm seeing the influence of music, that music is to be shared amongst the races, not coveted of one race because they invented a certain style of music. I'm starting to see the balance of it all. And that's been one thing that I felt like I've gotten over, you know what I'm saying? But I love to still see the historicity behind these bands, and being able to see that they were influenced by the likes of Little Richard, James Brown, Jimi Hendrix, even Billy Preston, or Chuck Berry, knowing that they were inspired by these bands and the bands are a part of the lore, just makes me feel so much more gratification. You know what I mean? That they were able to kind of take the blueprint and expound on the blueprint. Now, of course, you know, the music industry, you know, that's a whole nother conversation, but I'm happy that I'm seeing the lore of the Beatles happen before my eyes, because it just brings so much more context to the game. So With that being said, post your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think, okay? If you want me to hit up some more Beatles, let me know in the comment section down below. And I definitely appreciate you guys being on the channel with me and experiencing my musical discovery and helping me broaden my horizons. So if you want to join in that journey, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and share, okay? Catch you guys on another one.